have with us Saurabh Chandra. He's from the ePGP 2020 batch and he's received the Young Alumni Achievers Award 2025 in the Corporate Leadership category. Saurabh is currently the partner financial services and domestic consulting leader with EY. He has been an entrepreneur and has worked with several companies in the past, namely BCG, JPMC, Visa, Amazon, Flipkart and Oracle. Mr. Chandra's expertise lies around transforming companies including fundraising, policy regulation, regulatory compliance, mergers and acquisition and the new Geo launch. Congratulations on receiving the award. And how does it feel to receive this recognition from IIMA?
Yeah, this firstly, it was a pleasant surprise. It was not expected at all. But when I heard about it, it was more of a responsibility. We have always been taught that how we keep the business and society balanced. And with this, I think it's more about that maybe there's something right we are doing and we have to do much better. So it's more of a responsibility than anything else. It's a privilege and honor.
You have held leadership roles across major organizations. What are the most significant lessons that you've learned working at the intersection of technology, business and strategy?
I think the first one is founder's mindset.
Okay.
Irrespective of level or work that we do, how can we keep the founder's mindset alive? Second is working alongside people and diverse perspective.
Okay.
Several times we miss many things just because we don't integrate with people around or the diverse perspectives, and that doesn't lead to the best solution. I think that's the second. The third is think big. It's not always about that you have been told a problem, you are solving it. Can you make it better? Can you enhance it? Fourth is keeping it very simple. If any solution that is being worked out, if it touches lives, that's the best solution to be in. And fifth, which I learned, is value of time and being or conduct with utmost integrity. This is one of the most important things which we read always, but to live it takes an age. So I think these five, if wrapped in a box, is what I take away as my overall experience of professional career.
And how do you approach driving transformation and innovation in financial services, especially given your experience advising governments, regulators and industry leaders?
So it's always a very demanding task. When we do transformation, it is not just about the revenue or profitability. We have to keep into mind multiple aspects as what stage the policy is or what stage the company is at. Everybody wants to be best, but to become the best there is a journey, and you can't take a hop to become a best. You have to take that journey. So we always have to keep it in mind that at which stage what company or policy is. How can you take those incremental steps, and what your vision of the summit that you want to reach. So designing that, explaining that to everyone so that it's a together cause. That's one very fundamental principle. Second is how you help it get adopted. That's another very interesting task. Let's say a policy gets rolled out which touches you and me, but we were not part of making the policy, or we were not part of that transformation or the decision of transformation. So then how you and me get integrated to adopt it. So the whole adoption strategy is very key. And the third is, while you design transformation, either for a company or for a regulator or for a ministry, how you keep the human in the center.
Right.
several times that gets missed. And if that gets missed, then best of the policies or transformations don't work.
Right.
So these three aspects are core, and you bind it with your tangible objectives, that while doing so, what's the so what of it? And if it is leading to that, either the growth or ops efficiency or capability or scale, then generally it is a good transformation. So we generally look at these three lenses and try to integrate wherever we have to par it.
Right. And as a national leader for financial services management, what are your priorities for adding value to India's financial industry and institutions?
So we thoroughly live the client first ethos.
Okay.
Now what it means is that, what is that either a company or a national asset getting built, or a policy intervention which is being done, how it is gonna give impetus to the growth of the country. Now it could be in the form of economic growth, it could be in the form of social growth. So our first pivot is always that, is it adding value?
Right.
Second is how it is helping build capabilities. So it shouldn't be a transaction. I do it once, I do it right, but then I get exhausted and it can't be replicated. So how we leave capability so that it's sustainable.
Right.
And the third is, while doing that, how you help industry bodies come together and take the best advantage of it, so that the overall industry also grows rather than one asset or two assets. So these are three pivots by which we ensure that the country progress is sustained and continuous.
You have many patents and you were also an entrepreneur. Can you talk about your journey and then your journey in IIMA? How did that come up?
Yeah, so patent journey is very interesting. I filed my first patent, I remember, at a very early age, but the genesis was not patent. I thought I'll forget after some while, so let me document it. Let me put it into an official artifact, so that whenever I have to refer, I'll have something handy. And when I was doing that, then somebody told me that, why don't you file a patent around it? Any which ways that has documentation, that has a life, and you can refer anytime, that'll be yours. So, that is how it all started. But I think, reflecting back, it was always about what's missing. What is that delta that could have been done more? And that led to multiple patents.
Okay.
So that's a journey of patenting, which is always finding what's the gap where the incremental value can come. Entrepreneurship was very interesting. I think that's the closest to my heart.
Okay.
As we all say, we all study founders mindset, but that's the only platform that help you live it to 100%. And that journey teaches multiple things. At the end of that journey, irrespective of the outcome one sees, there are failed entrepreneurs, there are partially successful entrepreneurs, there are people who are great entrepreneurs or serial entrepreneurs. But all three archetypes have one thing in common: they become better humans. And I think that's the largest takeaway of being an entrepreneur.
Right. And how did your journey to come to IIMA?
So my journey to IIMA, interestingly, I got accepted in multiple B schools internationally, and there was a quest that I know technology, I know certain nuances of business, but can I have a formal education around it? And that led to multiple applications. There were a few IVs in US and then IIMA. When I visited all the places, interacted, I realized that IIMA is a place which gives you a very real-time experience and experiential study and coaching,
Right.
which can actually create a difference in you. I wanted a place wherein you are not just taught, you live that experience, and that is what I found here.
Wow.
And that's when I decided that this will be the place.
Right. Right. And what is your advice for students who wish to work in consulting or technology or being an entrepreneur, since you've experience in all of them?
To students, I think we need to first master the art of problem solving. And problem solving in real time world is always ambiguous.
Right.
We may not know exact problem several times. Then we have to construct what is the right problem and then find a solution.
Yeah.
That's the most difficult part,
Right.
because generally, people tend to jump on solutions. So finding a problem and then solving it rightfully, that requires lots of skills to come into play. Multiple subjects that we study, multiple people that we meet. There's so much of unknowns. There's reading the room. So this ecosystem and this environment actually provides all that.
Okay.
Question is, are we observing that and seeing what my weak points are, what my strength areas are, and hence developing myself? So I think that is suggestion one, that leverage the ecosystem. They are in a melting pot, but at that age it becomes difficult to acknowledge and recognize. Second, I think it's very important to have a right network. Again, this place gives the best network one can imagine, either in a country or internationally. Are we creating network of friends, network of well-wishers, advisors? Again, in the run and chase of subjects, marks, etc., that may become little bit weak. So how not to lose on that is the second one. And the third is enjoy these studies, which means that one of the best part of this ecosystem is you are not given marks because you put as is from the books to the exam paper.
Right.
You are awarded marks in multiple form and format, which is very dynamic, very real time, very unexpected, and very real. So are you comprehending and internalizing the concept?
Right.
Then chasing semesters and marks.
Right.
Internalizing concept will help in real life. Unfortunately, no one subject comes handy outside.
Right.
So when you internalize, you can join the dots, and that what helps in the real world. So that's the third piece, that internalize, then chasing the semester, marks or subject. So these are three things comes to my mind.
Do you see this award as bringing new responsibilities or expectations in terms of mentoring or giving back to the IIMA community?
100%. I think, as I said, it's an honor and privilege. One of the best things that can happen is that whatever little that we have taken from the ecosystem and then from the industry, if we can give it back, make 5 more, of us who are better than us. That's the biggest give back to the college as well as to the society and country. I see it through that lenses. And second, it certainly is a very big responsibility, because you are carrying the brand, which is nothing but ambition of so many people behind you. How you keep yourself honest with it and conduct yourself in that way. So this award means that you have to hold this responsibility with utmost care. Is how I see it, and that's what my goal is, to keep living that and thrive through that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Saurabh, for spending time with us and sharing your insights. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
Thank
You were fantastic. Thank you.